Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. Uh, I've done a handful of videos, just kind of like talking about the Qs or the spiders or the Russell. I mean, all sorts of different things. Just because I feel like when the overall market's moving, it's kind of important to like highlight major developments because it really sets the tone. This is what we spend a lot of time during our options sessions talking about because it sets the tone for the trades you're looking for, right? Like if you're overall bullish on the market, then you're probably going to be screening for more bullish setups, right? If you're overall bearish, then you're going to be screening for more bearish setups. So I mean, it's nice to have some sort of like feel for like what the action is like dictating, right? And that's why even though on a day-to-day basis you might not trade spiders, you might not trade Qs, it's still kind of worth like having some sort of opinion because it's going to probably shape the type of trades you're screening for, right? So for Qs, right? I don't know when the bomb's going to be. I feel like nobody really knows where the bottom's going to be. We can all kind of like speculate. We can all have opinion. We can all say like, oh, the bottom's going to be at this price, or the bottom's going to be on this day, or maybe like we could say in hindsight, like that was the bottom. But I mean, the truth is, we're all kind of waiting for a sign, right? Like there is still a lot of weakness. There's still a lot of like names putting in lower lows. Rallies get sold into. They're struggling to hold higher levels. And right now, I mean, like the Qs again are weak and they're losing the 100-day. And it seems like unless we have a absolutely massive run in the next few minutes, we're going to close below it, and it's going to be another like show me day on Tuesday, right? Like it's got to show that there's some people willing to step in and defend higher prices because right now it hasn't been that way over the past 3 weeks, right? So just technically speaking, having lost or maybe in the process of losing the 100-day, that really opens up the downside. I mean, there's a significant gap from the election, right? Right before the election, actually. This was the day before the election, or the day of the election, which also, kind of corresponds to where like the 200-day is. So there is still a lot of room to the downside if we don't stabilize. So I don't know if Friday was the low or if it's just a temporary low and, on like a speed bump for lower prices. What I'm seeing right now is, in tech land, we're really struggling to stabilize. We cannot hold higher levels. Every bounce is sold into. I mean, it's the big names, but now it's also the semis, the software, the e-commerce, right? There's a lot of weakness out there. Now, yes, okay, this time was different, right? Because obviously you can see, the last few times it's a 20-day, it snapped right back. It's a 20-day, snap right back. This time we broke the 20, we broke the 50, we're breaking the 100-day, and we're not snapping back. But that doesn't mean that, it's totally different and the bull market's dead, right? Because when we rolled over in September, right, there are some similarities. Like we rolled over sharply, lower highs, lower lows, chopping around, no follow through, right? Frustrating a lot of people. And then, yes, we did end up bouncing back, but it actually took a little bit longer than we were accustomed to before that, right? So, to me, like, we are starting to me, or I'm starting to see some parallels to what happened with September in terms of like the price action. I am still waiting for signs of bottom, and to me that would probably be like stabilizing, which would mean like 2 to 3 to 4 days of like sideways action and basing, or maybe stringing together a couple days resetting some higher levels, right? 2 to 3 to 4 up days, maybe like very solid steady up days without a lot of like intraday drawdowns, reset levels, right? But before we have like a convincing bottom and before things really start to repair in terms of option trades, I mean, it's still like the 2 and 2 tape. So that's like, the visibility is low. So that's like 1 to 2 day time frames for like some day trades. And also if you're looking for like longer swings, that's like 2 months out. So like, a lot of the swing trades I'm looking at are either April expiration or, kind of something like that because, it kind of smooths out some of like the near term volatility. So 2 and 2, like very short term and longer term, because like the 2 to 3 week time frame is what's most challenging right now because the visibility is low and there's a lot of like big reversals, a lot of inconsistent trading day to day. So um, until we have again like kind of a convincing bottom, you kind of have to adjust your expirations and adjust your expectations, right? So instead of like looking for the fast rebound, you're looking to catch like quick trades. And once we start to stabilize, then you can look for like those swing trades again that are like 2 to 3 weeks. But in the meantime, in terms of options, very short term, like 1 to 2 days, or very long term, or like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I mean, probably like 4, 5, 6 weeks, right? 2 months expiration. Like that's the time frame that I'm really focused on. Okay, so one day at a time. We'll see what we get. We'll see how tomorrow goes, and then we can circle back to this maybe later in the week and see where we stand. All right. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information on trading options, like swing trading wise, or day trading options, or hedging with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Hope you have a wonderful night. Stay well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.